Hey there, comic book friends and fiends. It's Rob here in front of the Great Wall of Comics. It's Monday, and today we have the single most epic mail call ever. Stick around. All right, so we got three boxes here, most epic ever. I'm allowed to say stick around if you guys are wondering because I am wearing my DJ Links shirt. That gives me one free license of its use. I've used it up. I can't say it anymore. Now, today's mail call. You guys, let me tell you. All right, so let's open up this first one. This was the not at well, depending upon who you are, you may not think that this is living up to the epic name yet, whereas the other two definitely will. But for some of you, this one will just add to the greatness that is. So this was just an eBay find. God, it's got packing peanuts, carefully extracting from the packing peanuts. There we go. Come on. All right. And so this was just a deal. It's a book. I didn't need it for myself. I already have a copy for what I want. But I love this book. I love it and its brothers. And I felt for the price, how could I walk away? And so what this is X-Men 2099, number 1 in a 9.8. As I said, I have a copy. I might even have two. But for less than 50 bucks, I was like, okay, I'm going to pick this up. I made a guy an offer. He said, yeah, boom, I'll grab it. And what I'm going to do with this one, I'm going to set this aside, and this is going to be going up for C3. So this is just a donation for Comics Curing Cancer when we get around to that. Which, guys, if you don't know about Comics Curing Cancer, so Comics Curing Cancer is an official campaign of the American Cancer Society. And this channel, all of my revenue that I generate here, whether it be from ads, memberships, you hitting super chats during the lives, hitting super thanks stickers afterwards, or even just buying merch. All of that money gets pooled up, and each month as I get paid from YouTube, I turn around and make a donation to Comics Curing Cancer. It's completely transparent to all my members what's going on with it. And then, of course, we also have our big fundraiser for Comics Curing Cancer in October with our different auctions and whatnot. Last year, we raised almost $23,000. So anyway, so thank you guys for helping. Why don't you hit that like button? It really helps us to get this out in front of more people, so that way we can generate more ad revenue for Comics Curing Cancer. And while you're at it, you might even think about becoming a channel member. All right, so it's time for pure epicness. These next two slabs are insane. I went into this year, um, people like to set collecting goals. And when they do so, I did that. I fell into that trap at one point, and I ended up like within a couple months of I gotten all three books on my collecting goals. So the next year, I decided not to do that, and I decided to say I'm looking for a couple of these types of things. So I ended up getting what I looked for. So this year, when people were asking, I said, "Hey, my goal really is at this point is just to pick up one more book for my ASM run. I've been working on Amazing Spider-Man 1 through 100, getting them all slabbed. And at the beginning of the year, I had about a dozen books left on my list. And the first month I was in, I happened to be at the Berkeley Comic Show. A guy was picking up, had some raw books, and he had one that was a book I needed. It was marked 20% off. I looked at it based off of if it was a point 0.5, it was going to be about $50 to $100 under what the market price was. So I said, I'm taking it. I grabbed it. We sent it off to CGC, and you'll be able to see this book is rough. The spine is rough, without a doubt. But cover image is there, and it came back a 1.5. It's Amazing Spider-Man 15, the first appearance of Craven, second appearance of the Chameleon, and you can see that edge is super rough. It is just chewed up and not connecting, but the book is complete. It is there. In fact, you can see a piece kind of almost free floating in here. So, you know, heck, I mean, damn, that covers just about completely detached. But at this point of the game, it really didn't matter to me. I didn't want to spend thousands of dollars to get a copy. Now, I may eventually upgrade this one just because this one is so rough. I don't know. I'm worried about collecting what I got first. Then I can worry about working my way up. Um, but I paid $240, I think it was, for this. And in this condition, this is about a $500 book. So I'm happy. Not that I'm really doing it for investment, but I added another book to my PC. So that's pure epic gold. We knocked off a thing. But we still have another piece of epic gold here. So I really thought to myself, when I picked that book up, um, I thought that was going to be all I was going to do this year. I said, okay, great, cool. I got my one book I wanted to pick up, and then I went back to the Berkeley Comics Show 2 months later, and I ended up picking up this Amazing Spider-Man 14. It was available, and that became a second book that I picked up. And while I was there, I had been also looking at another book, an Amazing Spider-Man 13, that I didn't pull the trigger on. And that book price had been dropping. So the other day I'm perusing on eBay, and I see an ASM 13 in a grade range, like a 2.5 or so, and it was in the range I was looking to spend. But then I saw this book, which I needed, and was also like it was a little bit cheaper. And again, it's a low grade. Low grade's better than no grade, but it's in a price range I was willing to spend. Actually, I was surprised it was this low, especially considering how good this presents. This book definitely has been exposed to some water at some point. It's got a lot of wrinkle waves. It's got a lot of water staining on the back of the cover. The front cover is very tan. There's a lot of the pages are marked as slightly brittle. Um, so, but the cover image shows up well, and that is Amazing Spider-Man number 5. The first, so this is Doom's first appearance outside of Fantastic Four, and we got Doctor Doom there. And this was a book that I sat there and I was like, when I was debating between it and 13, I'm seeing 13's been down. All the books are come down somewhat, but 13, with Mysterio already gone from the MCU, it just keeps coming down some. Whereas Doom's introduction into the MCU potentially forthcoming would see all these books type thing, these early appearances go up. Those early ASM books, they don't tend to go down too much. So when I could see one at the right price, bam, Amazing Spider-Man 5. So what do you think, true believers? Which one, if you could only have one, which one would it be? That's a toughie. But uh, whew, I'm super happy, man. Um, yeah, knock off both. I mean, yeah, I'm a little disappointed with how ratty this one ended up coming out, but at the same time, I'm just super glad that it's all complete, and I'm happy just to have it in my collection. Um, Low grade, better, no grade. Bam, guys, let me know down below what you thought. How am I doing? I knocked off four. Wait, no, one, two, three. I've knocked off 3 of the books off of my list. My goal was only to do one. And here's a hint. I've got another one in the works. All right, guys, until next time, make sure you collect what you want, though. Don't listen to anybody. Especially me. I mean, I'm just a fat man with a fat stack of comics and a fat opinion. Thanks for watching.